Play fence only. Play full game. Entering team select screen. The Arizona Cardinals, the home team, are selected. Ready.
Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals taking on Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Dolphins now taking the field, led by the 5th overall pick back in April out of Alabama, quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The Cardinals coming out, led by Kyler Murray, the offensive rookie of the year a season ago, and back for more here in year number 2.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation, that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly. You might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kenyon Drake with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. Cardinals will go up 7-0. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only one play to score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll throw from the gun. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. From the gun, it's Tua. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tua sets up to pass it. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Chandler Jones in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball in the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the turnover, it's Tua. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Our two quarterbacks in this one certainly have a history together. They finished 1-2 in the Heisman voting in 2018 with Murray getting the award, but it was Tua who got the last laugh when his Crimson Tide beat Murray's Sooners 45-34 on their way to a national championship. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to pass. Tua. And it's caught by Parker. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Tua to Parker there for the Miami first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Second and 11 now. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Now Tua. Now they're staring at a fourth down as Arizona's defense does its job.
Intended for Matt Breida. Incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So on fourth down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Dolphins 3.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Cardinals take over first and 10.
Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Kenyon Drake certainly kind of a little more keyed up for this one. Remember, he was traded by the Dolphins to the Cardinals at midseason last year in the middle of the Dolphins restructuring, shall we say. But in 3.5 years in South Florida, Drake ran for better than 1,500 yards with 15 total touchdowns. Now a draw play with Drake, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake, because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season. Utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
First down, Murray. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Touchdown, Cardinals. And Isabella, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Breida on the carry.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Going to the air, Tagovailoa able to find Shaheen here. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. The 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Miami set to take over. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Breda. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Tua going to throw. Now thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off usually after about 3 to 4 steps and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
On 1st down, Drake. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Murray a give. This is Drake. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Snap comes to Murray at 1. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here, and our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken from about the 12. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Noah Igbenogany on the return. The Dolphins take over first.
The Cardinals defense now, they make their way back out there. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Play action. Now it's Tua. Brought in over the middle by Graham. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Roughing the passer defense.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Tagovailoa completes it to the tight end Smythe. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Insert to followers, primes, and views. Come on, get follows, com URL.
Out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Flores learned under the master. He's going to go on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. So give him the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
3rd and goal from the 6. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Devon Kennard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 31-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
Dolphins 6.
So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2. Got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24 yards.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Offense. Are you serious?
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They'll run with Drake. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray on the slant, complete to Hopkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Good tackle for loss there by Kyle Van Noy, and he had his best years in New England. Led them in combined tackles in 2018, and they won the Super Bowl at the conclusion of that season. Miami certainly hopes he can help. A defense that ranked 30th in yards allowed per game last year. They certainly hope he can lead and continue to show plays like that.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
27, Dolphins 6.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Miami set to take over. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They run with Breida. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
The Dolphin ball carrier.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick, there on the coverage.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
The Dolphins on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is third down and 12. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On the return is Peterson. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
And there's Kyler Murray being sacked, and in his first year in the league, surprising to a lot of people, he was the most sacked quarterback, went down 48 times. And when you think about the mobility that he possesses, that really does surprise people because they think they can get out of everything. But so often, those young guys who can move around a lot, they keep plays alive so long that sometimes they actually get trapped. Defenses are going to test him and continue to test him. I think he's got something for them as he continues to move forward.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Shotgun now from Murray. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll run on first down. It's Drake. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
All day, dog. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. All day, any day. Slam.
Now Drake. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
Watch time. Tight end right. Hey, we got 40. Show it.
Running, it's Drake. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, That means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
On 1st down, Drake. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Check 99. Check 99.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Danny. Check 4. Shift.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cards continue to pour it on. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the 1st half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. On the return, Lynn Bowden. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
1st and 10. at their own 31-yard.
Getting set to go again on offense. Here's Devontae Parker now. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. On first down, here's Breida. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. From the gun, it's Tua. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Here's Breida. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to pass. Tua. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. Call it a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Dolphins 6.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Shoves him aside. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
From the gun, Murray. And that's complete. It's the tight end, Daniels. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50.
It's a gain of 5.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Watch out.
From the gun, it's Drake. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Matt Breida in the offense heading back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Check down to Breida. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. This is Breida. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
If they're going to get a 1st down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Tua. That one into the hands of Laird. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
First down, Dolphins.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Now it's Breida. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still first down.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got. What you got, Heavy?
Tua sets up to pass it. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And this is going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blemish, but when you've thrown 3 touchdown passes to try and erase it, that's a little bit better than the ratio that all NFL coaches are seeking from their quarterbacks, and he's giving it to them.
They'll take the 3-1
every single time.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
All day, just like that. Just like that. Back 55! Back 55! All day.
Drake will start the drive on the ground, and he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
3rd and 4.
separating from the gun. Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins.
But remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll run on first down. It's Drake, and this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL here on this first day of November. We'll begin out west at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Jimmy Garoppolo, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they have the lead over the visiting Steelers as that game has gone to halftime. Ezekiel Elliott, a touchdown run in that first half. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. 27-21, your final. In the game you're watching, it was the former #1 overall selection, Kyler Murray, who put on an absolute show. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This will make it into the end zone, and no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Murray, Fitzgerald on the slant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. He catches so many balls, sometimes we may take him for granted. We're not taking that last one for granted. He's now at 1,400 career receptions.
I'm trying to break this down to something I can actually comprehend. Okay, if you have one season of 100 catches, that's an incredible achievement, right?
Yes.
How about the equivalent of 14 seasons of 100 catches?
Absolutely sensational. On first down, Drake, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got you, Pop. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check, check. I'm coming. I'm coming. Sure. Jam.
From the gun, Murray. Throw right side, complete to Williams. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 2.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
So now a 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs.
Check 26.
Delay of game, offense. Man, they gotta let it play.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
51 the mic. Easy. Check.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, the good news, they got the stop defensively. The bad news, this is a huge hole that they're in right now. How do they start to dig out of it?
That's a great question because we're not even going to talk about how do they win it, right? We want to see how they can kind of claw back and at least make themselves feel better about the game because this one is likely out of reach, but maybe one possession at a time. Try and play a little bit better and have some respect when you come out of the game.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Here's Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From midfield, here's Tua. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Tua going to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Out comes Kenyon Drake in the Arizona offense to take over. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Get your swerve on. Hey.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, guys. Field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Check the backer. Check the backer.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Murray hooking up with Kirk for an Arizona 1st down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Caught left side, Hopkins. 7 yards, the pickup there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
55 is mine, guys. 55. Target. Let's go. 52.
On the give, this is Drake. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground with Drake. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Tackle made.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. "38-yard line, 2nd and 9. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because we were grading them on their performance in this game. A lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Murray a give. This is Drake. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard. Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Watch the run. 51's Mike. Mike 51. I'm trying to... Shit. Check 25.
On 2nd and 9. Murray on the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 20.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Dolphins' 25-yard line.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Watch the slant. Watch this. Under crunch.
Shotgun now for Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Drake. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Cardinals add on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the exclamation mark at the end was Kenyon Drake's touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Bowden now to return. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll run with a former Bear and Eagle. It's Jordan Howard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Mike 48, Mike 48. Got it, skate, set, cut.
Now the former Cal Bear, it's Patrick Laird. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
48, 48, 48. Here we go,
Running once more with Laird. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Stop made by Jordan Phillips.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Tua. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Cardinals will take over at their 20-yard line. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. Creeping up on 1,000, could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage the quarterback from going to him. That means everyone else, win your routes. You've got an opportunity to catch passes now too.
Yeah, a little bit of a cat and mouse game. Second and 9 now from the 21. Right back to Drake. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
That's the end of the third.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Cardinals on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Drake. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
You lie! 51's Mike! Mike 51! In your face! He's coming! Where you go? You got double up, double up.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Know your job. Sit.
They'll run with Drake. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's get that home. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. You ain't got deuce. Jack.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Drake. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Hey, check right. Watch it divide. Watch easy. Check. Lucky.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Mike 55. Easy, quiver.
From the gun, Murray. Throw left side complete. It's Hopkins. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. With that, he's up to 160 yards receiving now for the ball game. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40.
44, Mike 44.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
By
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And that'll set them back 5.
Still second down.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Drake fighting through. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On first down, Drake.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Right here, guys. Mike 51, Mike 51. 3 buzz, 3 buzz. 49, Larry. Check 49.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Operating from the gun. Murray. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Mike 55.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken from about the 12. Oh, good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. But he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Tua sets up to pass it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Check 55 to mine. Check 55 to mine.
Now Drake. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll keep it on the ground. Drake. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull
Running, it's Drake. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Able to find Isabella. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Drake. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Drake. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Let's get it together, defense.
From the gun, Murray to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal.
I smell fear in that offense. Back. Empty.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Gonzalez to add the PAT. This part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
On the return, the Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at the 31-yard line.
Let's make these babies crawl.
He'll set up to throw from the gun.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
2 now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Parker. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
10 yards.
Hardney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. And again, it's Tagovailoa. That one into the hands of Laird. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Tua now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Chandler Jones with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Tua on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Today's final.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cards, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.